Oh, well, next question.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks for chatting, man. How long have you been playing for?
With the band or as a
Oh, just everything.
Yeah, so I started playing guitar about 10 years ago. I think breaking up with a girlfriend was the great inspiration, and then fun, hone in on one thing, So I've been playing for about 10 years, but the band's really new. I've only been playing shows only for a couple of months, and then we've been rehearsing since about February with like a couple of lineup changes and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did it all come about? Because you wrote it all yourself, didn't you?
Yeah. So I wrote it all about a year or so ago. I went travelling, and then the whole time I was like, man, I can't wait to get home and put a band together. So as soon as I got back, I think I put a couple of ads up on Gumtree, and Thomas, the guitarist, contacted me first. We had a bit of a chat, and he's got like a homemade studio.
Yeah.
Like you walk in and it's just like, oh, okay, wow, this is great,
Yeah, that would have convinced me, actually.
Yeah, everything's set up. I don't even have that much gear, but he's got, there's wall-to-wall amps and drum kits set up. It's like, even for a drummer, it's a dream to just walk in.
Yeah.
And it's set up there, and you go, all right, sweet.
I've always wanted to have my own studio, like at my house.
Yeah, I mean, for rehearsals especially, like when you just walk in and it's just, I just have to walk in with the guitar, put it down, and plug straight into one of his amps, and you go, all right, sweet.
That's the dream.
It is the dream. I think he's living a bit of a dream at the moment with that.
What about the other guys?
How I met them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mostly Gumtree, and then there's a couple of sort of Facebook forums.
Yeah.
It's like musicians of something, Musos, Brisbane, something like that.
Cool.
I just chuck every fortnight. I chuck up the same ad until slowly I acquired all the missing parts.
So do you because you recorded it already, hey, the music?
Yeah, I recorded it all in my bedroom, just using like GarageBand, and there's I didn't record certain parts of the, I didn't record the drums. I can't play drums, so there's a website called Fiverr, which kind of.
Oh yeah, I've used that.
Yeah, you've used that? Yeah, because I needed a drummer, and I was like recording at home, and I could hear there was a guy playing drums down the street, so I was like, oh man. Walked down the street, knocked on his door, and I was like, hey, I'm looking for a drummer, and he was like, try Fiverr. So I went home and tried that, and
I've used it for like business, like logos and stuff like that. I've never
I used it for like, I needed like a sax solo for the song By Your Side, and I was like, I don't know any sax players.
Yeah.
$7 later or $20 later or something. It's pretty reasonable.
It's amazing who's nearby, like that you wouldn't realise that.
Yeah, well, it's kind of sad how little these guys are charging. I mean, this guy do like a sax solo, like a 30-second sax solo for like, I don't know, $20 or something like that. Like,
wow.
Yikes.
That sucks, yeah.
Yeah, the industry is not very profitable, I imagine.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that earlier. You were saying, like, even with your band, just playing a pub gig, you split the bill, and what do you end up with?
And the cost of a beer these days is basically not much more than what you're getting if you split, which we don't. So
because even if you start making bigger money, like thousands and thousands, like if you still split that by 4 or 5, you don't end up with much.
I can't imagine. Well, I think the overheads of everything, if you to make thousands, you'd probably be touring. So then,
No, I'm thinking of if you want to live off it.
Oh man, if you wanted to
take
live
a lot,
off it. I think there's like big indie bands these days are struggling now. you've got to be something over the top. Like there's certain bands that I really like that like just caved in, or like you'd see them and they'd like basically gone back to their day-to-day job because it was unaffordable, and you know, when they've got families and stuff like that, it's just like kind of, you know, I had to give up the dream a little bit, you know?
That's why I kind of like it now though in some ways, because even if you're in that situation, you still do what you've done and, you know, record some stuff at home and chuck it out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't get into it for the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be writing Christian country, I think, if I was trying to make the money.
I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you gotta go religious if you're trying to make easy money. Hugo Stranger. It's kind of like a just 60s inspired sort of surf rock type, bit of psychedelic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to a lot of Dick Dale and the Deltones and Link Ray,
Nice.
Doors and stuff like that, and I think, but it was those guitar heavy instrumental bands that I was like really listening to a lot. And I was like, oh man, it's a great sound. And then
it was a good era, hey, especially for guitar.
Oh man, amazing era.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, someone like Link Ray, who's like, I think you look at like all the big bands, you know, Jimmy Page or somebody like that, and they're all going, he made me just pick up the guitar, you know. It's like that, Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jan.
Well, isn't that famous for the early distortion as well?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know how he got it, but
Tricks of the trade, man.
sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded amazing.
Have you guys played it at Lefties? I reckon you guys would sound good there.
Yeah.
It's got that old
We haven't. If you know anyone, yeah.
Yeah.
Hit us up, Lefties. Hello. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we would be suited, but yeah.
Yeah.
I tried contacting them and I never heard back. So yeah.
It's hard. I reckon some of these places must get a heap.
Yeah.
Contacts.
I think with a place like Lefties, they get a lot of what's it called.
Jazz.
No, like bands that are just going to be there for like a residency, stuff like that, and you know, probably play there for a month or something like that.
So how do you go about booking your gigs? You just ring places or email?
Yeah, just hassling via email.
Yeah.
I have like a placeholder text that is just, hi, my name is. Replace their name with something else, and just couple of bags and we'll play for free or cheap beer, you know.
Yeah, there must be like venues that take advantage of that, eh? Like,
yeah, I've heard a couple of horror stories. I'm not going to name any names, but I've heard a few things. I mean, we did a show recently that and they're great and really like the place, like the venue, and it was just like at the end of it, I think we got for 3 bands, it was $30, and it was just $30. Like, whoa! And we had a pretty decent. It was a pretty decent turnout, but for paying all the overheads and stuff like that, we just Jesus.
They'd be making heaps too off, selling alcohol, surely.
Yeah. Well, I think they get $100. They get straight up $100 and something to put the show on, and then it would be an extra $80 to have someone doing the tickets. So we kind of organised other band members to do that, so we saved on that cost, and still at the end of the night made $30. And like the other two bands just came up like, don't worry about it, man, you guys just keep it. It's like, and I was like,
and I guess anything like that it's worth it, or worth suffering through, if it's heading somewhere.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like it's not remotely a problem. I love playing. I mean, you'd only do it. I think like it would be cool to make enough money that after 10 shows, maybe we can, I don't know, do a recording. Like, because usually you make about $100 a show. That was a particularly bad case.
Yeah.
I don't think that happens that often, but. I had what got started. I have heard some horror stories where they've been promised money and then done the show, and the guy's been like, "Oh, I'll pay you in a couple of weeks," and they just keep hitting them up, and you just.
No, that's rough.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty gross.
And it's not like you can, I don't know.
If you told me you weren't going to pay me, then I'd probably still do the show. But like,
it's a principle.
Yeah, I mean, you don't tell people that you're going to get this, and then just ignore the calls and the emails.
Well, who would you go to? The ombudsman? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
When you got this band together, like, because I know you wrote the music and recorded it as well, huh? So was it weird trying to get other people in playing your own stuff? Like, were you really strict with it?
It is a weird situation to be in, having recorded all the music, because it's more personal to me, and there is like I want it to be very much like, for the most part there's a lot of songs. We're doing new songs now that I haven't recorded yet, so it's been like, I'm trying to be, I guess, less dictatory about it, and being a bit more like, let's, show me what you think what you want to do for a guitar solo, stuff like that. And we just brought in a sax player, and the EP only has, I think, one song with sax, and then there's two with trumpet or something. But we've been just putting sax in every song, and like it's just like just been like, just play, and if it sounds good, we'll continue, and if it's too much, back it off, and
Yeah. You mean just playing, like, or you mean you've changed the recording as well?
Not the record, just live. I mean, like, it's like, I'll just be like, just do whatever you want in the rehearsal, and we'll just keep doing the song till it's like, that sounds good, just play that, and
I like that idea, like, because there wasn't necessarily sax there, but as soon as you meet this guy and you get playing, that might end up becoming an integral part of your set. Who knows?
Well, I always envisioned the band to have that, like, have a sax player. I mean, if you look at those bands that, like, Dick Dale and stuff like that, they always had a great sax player, the Sonics and stuff like that.
The Sonics.
The Sonics are a big inspiration for the band.
I don't hear many people talk about the Sonics.
Yeah, I love those guys.
together to play the songs that you recorded? You're doing a few gigs. What's the plan? Like going ahead another year or so?
Yeah, the big plan. Well, since putting the band together, I think there's another like 6 songs. So
That you've written.
yeah, so I think it was ideally make another EP, but collectively, because the guitarist has it's a studio, like he's got a recording studio in there as well. So I think might try and I kind of want to redo some of the songs, and then was either gonna go for like just do an album, just for maybe just do a 10-track album, or it was either that or do like another 5-song EP of just the new songs. But I think I'd like to re-record some of the older stuff, just because there's a lot of songs that there's songs that I would have preferred to have had better recording.
For sure. There's a lot of bands do that.
Yeah, well, I think that was my first attempt of basically even writing a song. Like the song "Dark Places" is like the first song I ever wrote.
Yeah.
So once I wrote that song, I was like, oh, that sounds like I was looking for a sound and for some sort of music, and as soon as I kind of wrote the bass line for it, I was like, shit, that sounds like the kind of band that I want to write.
Yeah.
I want to be in, like the sort of 60s sort of surfer thing. So yeah,
So it just come upon you one day, you're just mucking around?
yeah, I just finished a book by, she did Gone Girl. Her name's like Gillian Flynn.
Yeah.
I think it's Gillian Flynn or something like that.
Yeah.
And the book was called Dark Places, and I'd written this riff, and I was just sitting there kind of thinking of a lyric, and then I just was staring at the book that was right in front of me, so I just started saying that line, and then putting some extra little bits over it, and then I wrote it like in the night, and I was like, whoa, okay, let's see if I can write like some more songs in this sort of surfy psych sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I had the idea for it was really easy. While usually I've been searching for that for years and just writing crappy blues songs left and right. And then as soon as I found that, I was like, this is way easier.
I feel like if you were to sit down at the table or something, I'm going to write it, probably never would have come to you.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. I heard this thing from Bowie. David Bowie.
Yeah. I don't have any other Bowie.
Yeah, his son Bowie. And he was saying he found it really easy when he was writing for other people. Like he could just write all these songs for all these other people. I think he wrote a lot for Iggy Pop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I took that. I was almost writing it as if I was writing it for somebody else. And then when I put it in my mind in that sort of zone, I was like, this is easy. I'll write it for this the 60s band that there's some other band. I'll do it for them. And then but the whole time I knew I was,
Yeah, I like that idea. I guess if it's too much attached to you and your personal character, then it becomes too kind of embarrassing. It's just too close. You don't want to share it.
Yeah, because if I put it out as Tom Harrison, it's kind of oh man, this is coming straight from his heart. If it's a song about breaking up, it's oh man, he's broken up with his girlfriend. You know what I mean? You're like, it's not that. It's not like that. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's the interesting thing is people love that. If it's something really personal, people are like, oh man, you got to hear this song.
Oh man, this guy's depressed. He's really hates his life. This is great. It was also kind of where even the band name came from, because now it's weird. Because when I wrote it, I was like, this Hugo Stranger thing is a comic book geek, and it's a comic book villain.
Mm.
I added like the ER at the end, the R at the end, but it was kind of like as an alias, you know, like, oh, this is like a solo thing, and this is my alias name. And then I put a band together, and I was like, oh, what the hell does that name even mean? But
It's a good name.
you know,
I think I like the artwork too.
oh yeah, my brother did that.
Yeah.
He'll appreciate that. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I knew exactly what I wanted for that. So I just kind of sent him these ideas and basically came back with exactly what I wanted. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. And contemplating adding a little name at the end, like
Right.
the Deltones and the Rayman and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Just
Hugo
to go like,
Stranger.
yeah, and the
Yeah. It's cool. I like it.
yeah, I'm thinking on it.